Hello, hi, welcome, my Leo friends. I'm Simone, a psychic medium, intuitive tarot reader, and welcome to my channel. So, without further ado, we will begin your reading. So, again, this is a reading for Leo, and let's see what Spirit wants to say to you at this point. And whenever you find this reading, it's going to be the right time for you because time is fluid. So we're looking at the very end of March and April, the next few weeks. Let's see what Spirit wants to say. All right. Firstly, I feel like I need to recognize that you are very much trying to accumulate as much information as you can, as much information as you think you require at this present moment. I feel like you've got a lot on your mind, and certainly you're at a crossroads as well. My sense is the crossroads could be between your way of thinking and those around you having different thoughts. But anyway, you're accumulating your information. You may be concluding a study. You feel to me like you have, I think, overcome an illness at either a very traumatizing illness, perhaps some time ago in your life, or it could be that this is really happening now. But if it's you or somebody very close to you, I do think health is very much on your mind. And of course, with everything we've got going on at the moment, who doesn't have health on their mind, either of their own health or their loved ones? But in your reading, it does stand out a little bit more, perhaps. So I do think there are going to be matters given over to health. My sense is as well, there's a lot of social activity around you, or was, I should say, because you are a sociable creature. But however, at this point in time, you may be feeling a little bit left behind, because it doesn't feel to me you have access to that many people. And Leos are very outgoing, and you get a lot of your reference about self through the people around you. So maybe now is the time to reassess that, actually. I also feel cancellation of a party. Yeah. Cancellation of a party. Some of you may be thinking also about the spiritual world and what's happening at the moment, and that it just doesn't make any sense from a spiritual point of view to you. Come on, Spirit, let's see what else we've got for our lovely, lovely Leos at this point in time. What do you want to say to Leo for the months or the end of March into April? Let's have a look, please. Sandra. Sandra's a name coming through. If you know a Sandra or you are a Sandra, I am feeling very motherly with you. Very motherly. It also feels to me like might need to take care here. Some of you may be suffering from diabetes, or be associated with somebody very close to you who's got diabetes, and there are concerns around this person's health at this moment in time. I don't know if they hate cucumbers or love cucumbers, but I associate cucumbers with who I'm talking about. Okay, so you're doing a lot of communicating. I mean, a lot of us are, of course, at this time. I also feel that some of you may be picking up where you left off with regards to a musical instrument. I feel apples strongly connect to you, so if you like apples, eat apples. Maybe you've got an apple tree around you. Maybe you work with apples in some way, cider. Then I'm feeling that a lot is going on in your home life. Hell of a lot. It feels to me like I've hardly got time to think. It's such a busy household. And that may have calmed down, of course, because of what's going on around us in the environment. It may have calmed down a bit, but generally speaking, I see a very busy household around you. It feels like there's a lot to be happy about with you. You may find yourselves in a more, let's say, fortunate position than others at this point, and you're definitely working on your happiness levels. I do think you try and remain gregarious and out there and positive. You do give a lot of positive vibes, good sense of humour. I feel food. It feels nice around you. But at the same time, you are wondering, what more is there? I think you're asking philosophical questions at the moment. Perhaps you felt as well like you needed to turn your back on a particular offer made to you emotionally. I feel with some of you, we have a woman around you, female energy. If you're a male, I'm talking about female energy. If you're a female, then I'm talking about male energy, because it feels to me somebody's trying to approach you here. And maybe you're not that interested and you're trying to remain aloof, cool and friendly, but it's causing you to think. It's causing you to think, what do I want emotionally? So many different ideas of what could be, and yet how many of these are an illusion? So I think it's causing you to think, what sort of relationship do I really want? Who's the person I really want to be with? And am I under illusions about other people? Yeah, big questions. And underlying energy here, quite a lot of feminine feelings around you at this moment, Leo. Influences from perhaps friendships with women. One in particular, It feels to me it remains a bit hidden. Maybe it's hidden by you, or perhaps it really is a hidden relationship and you're communicating with someone when you're involved with somebody else. So be careful. But I do think whatever you're unsure about will be brought into clarity in the near future. It feels to me you're getting straightened up with your emotions here. But your emotions do feel like at the moment they're more present and more relevant than maybe other aspects of your life. Alrighty, okay, so 10 of Pentacles. So yes, a lot of mental activity given over to family life, what you would like it to look like, how it does look like compared to how it could be or you would want it to be. But generally, your situation is pretty good, like I say, in comparison to a lot of other people. So I'm getting a sense here that some things may not make sense yet to you, but I think with time it will. And I think you're beginning to realise, Leo, how very important the structure of the home is for you to find your happiness and to also feel strong. I'd say there is a particular woman in your life who fits the bill, shall we say, is a good partner for you. If you're a man, if you're a female Leo, then there is someone here who, again, I say fits the bill for you. There are hidden things about that person that have yet to be found out. Maybe hidden strengths, maybe there are aspects of yourself that are being unsettled by the person around you. But Leo, there's a lot to learn. It feels here with the Hierophant that we have to very much look at our moral insides and kind of try to cleanse or detox. Now this could be physical as well as mental. If it's both, even so much the better, actually. But there are issues here which life is reflecting back to you through one particular relationship, and it's like, do you want to look at the reflection in the mirror or not? It's up to you. There's thoughts for sure around money, because even though there is some money around you, you may feel like there really isn't money around you. You may be feeling particularly hard done by on that level, that you feel your choices are a bit limited. You might want a sense here of wishing that somebody would come along and maybe sweep you off your feet, be reliable, be artistic, be a provider, be a lover, be an achiever. It feels like on some level you're hoping for a lot of things. A lot of things connected to a relationship. And I think some of those needs are actually within yourself. However, you're looking for a cure from the outside in. There is somebody who cares about you. There really, really is. This person is steady, reliable, caring, and also a bit armoured up, so that They're speaking to you what they mean, but perhaps the way they show you is not something that you can tune into that easily, and yet they do provide you with a lot of things that you need. However, emotionally, that is a little bit more complicated. Maybe you are in need of things you're not actually letting on to the person you're involved with. You're hurting inside. You definitely are hurting inside, Leo. I want to say to you, Leos, not all of you, but quite a few of you, I want to say stop running away from the truth. I mean, you're either in something or you're not. You're either running away or you're not. Leo, be strong and help yourselves. Be strong and help yourselves, and come to a place within yourself where you can admit loving properly, because here we have a scarf tied around the waist, and it's the scarf of love. It's green. There's a lot of love there, but it's being pushed down. It's being worn around the waist when really it should be felt in the heart, but it's worn on the waist, the love, and it's worn in our head area, in the hat. So there's a lot of mental activity, a lot of thinking around love, but there's too much thought and not quite enough feeling at this point. And by feeling, that means, like, you know, there's also the thing of not only what has that person got to offer me, but what have I actually got to offer them? So it does feel like it's going to be one of those months where you're trying to work out what you really want. Who do you really want? If you have a partner already, how do I get to that person? How do I reach them? How do I reach them? And we've dropped a card, so I'm going to have to get up and find that card. Okay, and it's literally the card of the Fool. The card of the Fool that fell out. So whoever you are thinking of or want to be involved with is at a distance, and your intuition keeps pushing you in that direction. Spirit is guiding you, or trying to. Spirit is trying to get you to listen, to learn more about love, to start using your legs and make them become active. Okay, action speak louder than words, and your actions need to be formed in a very, very loving way. You see, love still around the head area. Do you see what I mean? You've taken love off your waist, replaced it with spiritual, a sense of spirit, and also a sense of action. So it's movement forwards, but love is still on your mind. And how do I ground that love? How do I ground the feather? What freedom can I offer in a relationship and can be offered to me? The only way is to go and find out. Go and find out. You have to find out. If you're already very much involved in a relationship and or a long-term partnership marriage, then it feels to me here like you've been hoping that there's going to be a change of scene. You've been hoping that love will reappear. Maybe you want to fall in love all over again with your partner, or you feel you are. I mean, if you're in a clandestine relationship, then it's very tempting, the relationship. It's very tempting to take a risk and leave what you know. Maybe you have to do that to find out how much your home means to you and the people in it. Yes. A little bit of a journey here, Leo. A little bit of a journey. If you are working by a window with roll-up blinds, up and down, roll-up blinds, then my sense is you may be being moved, or you may be moved to a new environment, work in a different environment from your usual one, possibly having to go between two locations, and that's complicated for you right now. Yeah, I also feel for some of you, you're very tempted to move on, to explore other things, but your security is holding you back. You don't want to take a big risk. You really don't. And if you take a risk, you want to know you're going to land on your feet. And that's a little bit difficult because there aren't always guarantees. Also, I have to say to you, Leo's gold. Gold, gold, gold. Some of you who are involved in the financial markets might be working on quick fixes or very fast moving opportunities. So I think you're going to have to be and think very much on your feet to take advantage of this. Okay, I was just going to ask for one more card. And so Leo, yes, very determined. You have the Seven of Wands. Okay, or the Seven of Rods in this case. Yes, you're very determined to not let anything get in your way, but you're thinking it through and you're sticking to the rules. You are staying with the rules most of the time. So it's, and you won't be pushed by anybody else. But you do know you have to take a risk in love. You're going to have to. There's nothing that brings you a sense of guarantee. And yes, your thoughts are spiky at the moment. Spiky thoughts. You may be overdoing the thinking, and if you're in a sort of city environment or a large town environment, then believe it or not, it may so be that you need to get yourself into more of a country, rural feeling for the time being. Get a break from the city. It also feels to me, if you're climbing a lot of stairs where you live, perhaps you've got a big house with a lot of stairs, or you live in a place with a lot of stairs. Yes, spiky thoughts. My sense is, please be careful with your back area, your lower back area. That feels very sensitive in the near future. It may even need treatment. So please, please look after your lower back, Leos. Okay, behind that we have a level of commitment. Just what I was talking about earlier, being decisive. Being willing to take a risk in love, even with spiky thoughts. Being able to truly say how you feel rather than keeping it inside your own head, because what good is it there if the other person or people aren't aware of your true feelings? You know, what's the point? Because feelings are to be shared. They're not to be felt all on your own. So those spiky thoughts need to be handled in a mature way. And I think whether you're with somebody short term or you're in a long-term partnership, either way, there has to be a reaffirmation of commitment. And now you're covered completely in green, if you can see that there. And so are you here. So yeah, a lot of love around you. If only you could open that door and let spring in. Okay, so Leo, I hope that helps a little bit, and thank you for listening, and I wish you well during these very difficult times, and see you again next month, I hope. So thanks again for listening. Bye.